Say, man, we're out here at the Fayetteville Liberty Basketball Combine, man, and it's explosive out here. Got some great competition, great players. They're getting up and down the floor. Tell me who I got with me today, man.
Coach Don Gardner. I'm the head coach for the Fayetteville Liberty.
Yes, sir. So, Coach, let me ask you a question. How has the team been performing today?
It's been pretty good. I think the energy could have been better.
Yes, sir.
But it's been pretty good. I'm seeing a lot of talent out here.
Okay.
Like I told the guys earlier when we first started, don't come out here and try to do something you don't normally do. Just come out here and play and do the things you know how to do and just have fun.
Yes, sir. So any players right now standing out to you right now that could make the cut and get their contract signed, as early as today?
We have a couple that we're looking at. I don't want to say their name yet because I don't want to jinx them, but
yes, sir.
There's a couple of them that we're definitely looking at that have been a joy to watch.
Yes, sir.
I think they could definitely make the team.
So coming into the season and everything like that, I know I asked Coach, I asked the owner, Mr. Rob, what kind of team he's looking for. He said defense wins championships.
Right.
But are you looking for just a defensive team or a balanced team?
Well, I'm gonna say this. In my 25 years of coaching basketball, defense win championships, but offense put the ball in the hole, so it takes both of them to make it happen.
Yes, sir.
So, our motto is, we want two-way players, guys that can do it on both ends of the floor.
Yes, sir. And that's always the way to do it. Tyra's a good friend of mine and stuff like that. And a brother of mine. I wouldn't call it retirement for me, but just getting back in the gym and because I come out here and I be eager to put my shirt and shoes on with everybody and mix it up.
Yes, sir.
But I don't. I need to get back into shape. So, what are your things for the players, for their nutrition, to keep themselves in shape for the season? What is your advice for that?
One of the things that I always tell them is careful what you're putting into your machine.
Yes, sir.
Your machine being your body. You want to try to eat things that hydrate you naturally, like cucumbers, as far as vegetables and watermelon and stuff like that. Try to stay away from caffeine drinks, carbonated drinks, and fried foods, and then get out and work out.
Yes, sir. That's what's my problem. It looks like I'm kind of slim, but I'm not. Once I go home, I deflate like a whoopee cushion.
We both do.
So ain't nobody here. I'm just gonna take this off real quick.
There you go.
But in the 25 years, sir, what teams have you, coached, if you don't mind me asking?
So for 25 years, I was doing high school. I did Trinity Christian. I started a girls program there. Won the school's first state championship there, and I coached at Fayetteville Christian.
Yes, sir.
And I did 2 years middle school, but it's mostly those two schools.
Okay. Yes, sir. So jumping in from high school to the pros, what's different? Because you got to have the mentality to come in here as a grown man to compete with other grown men. How do you deal with the mentality of from a high schooler to to a grown man? As yourself.
Well,
how difficult is that?
Basketball is basketball. I did 2 years varsity girls and varsity boys the same year.
Yes, sir.
And they always ask, "What's the difference?" There is no difference. To me, if you can get a group of guys to buy in, that's what makes a difference.
Yes, sir.
At an older group, you would expect them to buy in a lot sooner.
Okay.
A lot of the difference that people have problems with is the terminology.
Yes, sir.
But other than that, basketball is basketball. These guys come ready to compete. That's all we need. We'll sharpen the edges. Come as who you are. If you're an arrogant individual, bring your arrogance. If you got a bad attitude, bring your bad attitude. We'll fix that. We'll fix it.
Yes, sir. It's like the Army. You come here, they're gonna make sure they push you to the limit.
That's right.
What I'm saying? They're not gonna break you, but they're gonna bend you just a little bit. So Coach has been, I've been watching and I've been seeing him, come out here, do his thing with the players and actually interact. Tell them to get up and down,
Yeah.
as the combine started, everybody was kind of sluggish and slow.
Oh, yeah.
But as they got their bearings rolling, it was just, you seen the fire come.
Absolutely.
You know, everybody started playing above the rim action.
Right.
You know, defense kicked up, and now they're playing 5-on-5. So from the 3-on-3 to the 5-on-5, you know, what intensity have you seen from now? Because y'all have kind of cut it down, the crowd kind of small.
So what we did with the 3-on-3, I saw the guys kind of wearing down. They wasn't really pushing themselves.
Yes, sir.
I explained to them when we get out here on the 5-on-5, there's another opportunity to be evaluated. I need you to go hard or go sit down.
Yes, sir.
You know, I need to see what pushes you. I need to see what pisses you off. You know, again, that's that. You know, that's that whole come as you are. Let's adjust. Let's fix and do what we need to do.
Yes, sir.
On the 5-on-5, I see the guys picking up a lot more. They know it's the last part of the combine. So I would like to believe, you know, they're trying to push themselves to the limit.
Yes, sir. Push it to the limit, like Rick Ross said. You know, get out here, you know what I'm saying, show your ball skills, one-on-one defense, you know what I'm saying, moving your feet, and getting the rebound, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How do you feel about basketball nowadays? Because back in the 90s, we had big men that played back to the basket.
Yeah.
Now it's more, what is that?
Positionless basketball?
Yes, sir. So how do you feel about that?
Well, as you can see, we got guys that play with their back to the basket. We got guys that can play position. They can shoot on the outside.
Yes, sir.
I just don't like when we settle.
Okay.
And that's what we're going to have to sharpen. That's the edge. One of the edges we're going to have to sharpen.
Yes, sir.
If we settling for the outside and we're not hitting, what are we going to do next? I train a lot of these guys, and I always tell them, sometimes, man, it's just easier to see the ball go through the hole to get your confidence up.
Yes, sir.
Work your way inside out, the old school way, the way we were taught. Some of them buy into it, some of them might question it for a little bit, and then when it happens, I remind them. So it usually works.
So that is the way, buying in and just locking in. You know, Coach, let me ask you this question. For the 25 years you've been out here working, you know what I'm saying, you're behind off. You know, what advice would you give a person that's wanting to go into coaching?
Make it about the people that God put in front of you. It's all about the impact. If you make it about yourself, you'll fail. I believe in making it about the impact. Being able to, you know, make an impact in people's life, because basketball is a tool for the ministry, man, for me.
Yes, sir.
And believe it or not, man, I found this out. James Naismith, who started basketball for the ministry, to keep people out of trouble and bring them to the church. So I truly believe that in my life, and it's funny how I believe that prior to understanding what the person who created the game did it for.
Yes, sir.
It's about the impact.
Okay. Yes, sir. I'm not gonna hold you up because I know you're really focused at seeing what's going on with the team, sir.
Yes, sir.
I just wanted to come over and, you know, ask a couple questions, but, you know, tell people where they can find you at, Coach.
Man, you can find me on social media. I'm not big on it, but I think it's Coach Don 99 on Instagram and just Don Gardner on Facebook.
Yes, sir. All right. Appreciate it, Coach. But on my podcast, I give everybody their flowers on their podcast. Appreciate it, man, for always, you know what I'm saying, making it about the team and not an individual thing.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying, and giving your all to the people that's in front of you.
Yes, sir.
You know, because like you said, if we don't put the people in front of us, you know what I'm saying, in a great opportunity, we're going to fail.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate everything that you do, man. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir.
Bless you, brother.
Hey, man, it's another great episode, and it's another great podcast, the Muscle Man Podcast. Y'all have a great one.